A campaign of Russian attacks on Ukrainian ports in the Black Sea have virtually halted all grain shipments. The ports usually account for about 90% of Ukraine's grain exports, and the strikes have caused a severe setback for the country's economy. Bloomberg's Pyotr Kozlov is joining us here in studio this morning to talk about this. Pyotr, tell us what this means for Ukrainian farmers.
Well, Ukrainian farmers are suffering this year especially dramatically, given that the strikes from Russia has intensified for the last few months. The ports of Odesa have been almost closed, and which actually can lead to the slump of Ukrainian exports of agriculture, which means that only around half of its export revenues can be fallen down today. So the farmers right now are in a bad position because the prices on the domestic market have fallen, and the shippings are not happening from Odesa. So they're just trying to choose between bad and very bad situation, either to sell or just to wait until the better times. But the attacks are still happening, and I think it's escalating over the last days. So they're waiting what's going to happen next.
And tell us how important the exports are for the Ukrainian economy.
Ukraine's economy right now is suffering starting from the beginning of the full-scale invasion in February 2022. And today it brings nearly a half of its export revenue to the country's budget. If the exports wouldn't resume, it can affect around 3 to 4% of country's year GDP. So it's quite sensible for the country. And on the other hand, the country is trying to restart the export from the western borders, from railways, just to try to go around the Odesa ports. But the situation isn't really good because there is a bottleneck, and it's not capable to send really the whole volumes of the grains to the export.
And talk to us about the impact on the global grain market. Then do we expect to see prices rise if they're not able to get this grain out of Ukraine? Ukraine, of course, a big exporter of agriculture products.
During the last month, the world wheat prices have reached its 2-year high, and experts say that it even can go higher because the situation both in Ukraine and in Russian ports is still not changing. Both countries actually are called the breadbasket of the world, and it exports around even more than 25% of world wheat exports to the world market. The most valuable the grains coming from this region is to the Middle East, Northern Africa countries, and Asia. And right now, the countries from those regions are actually trying to find other options how they can substitute grains which are blocked in the Black Sea. So the situation is quite sensible, and it can affect in the end into the global prices, global food prices.